This video is for you if you are creative and you like doing a lot of different creative things, like you draw, you dance, you sing, you write, you make content. You like to do a lot of different creative things. You have a lot of different creative outlets, different channels that creativity likes to flow through you. You have a high standard for yourself. You love this idea of excellence in your creations, and you tend to complain a lot about your ADHD. Well, this video is gonna help you get your shit together in the most loving way. My name is Rin. I'm the creator of Snakeskin, and I am a creative manifestation coach, helping multi-passionate creatives such as yourself become the version of themselves who gets seen, paid, and recognized for their creative work. Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing I would like to tell you is that you do not need more fuel. You do not need more inspiration. You already have more than enough energy. You already have more energy than most people even know what to do with. You move fast, you have a lot of different projects going on at once, you're capable of juggling a lot, maybe you have strong organizational skills, you have a lot of fires going on at once on the stove. The problem is, a lot of the fires you end up starting end up fizzling out. Or sometimes the entire stove combusts and then you're out of office for an extended period of time. You're just completely spent. I'm gonna break it down to you so clearly why this happens and what you can do to become a more responsible, sustainable, loving steward to your own creative life force energy. So the pattern here is you kind of burn really bright for a little while, and then you crash and burn pretty hard. This was me for many years. I had the capacity to do a lot, and I was doing a lot all the time. The problem was that so much of why I was loading myself so much and having such a high standard for all of the work that I was creating was because I had this deep-rooted fear that it was not enough, that it was never enough, that I needed to prove myself, that I needed to be excellent or else fill in the blank. And it shows up in the way that when you see the next shiny thing, you're like, oh, I want to add that to my plate. I want to add that to my plate. Oh, dance classes. Oh, this 30-day challenge. Oh, this and that. And you just keep adding more and more and taking on more and more and doing more and more until ultimately your system reaches the capacity of what it's meant to be able to hold safely, and then it just crashes. That or you start a bunch of projects and then you have a hard time bringing them to completion, so you just have a bunch of loose threads everywhere, and the task of cleaning them up, of sorting them out, of organizing them becomes so overwhelming because there's just so many open loops. And then you just kind of run out of dopamine, run out of motivation, and everything just kind of fizzles out. Another thing that can happen when you have this energy pattern is people take advantage of you in relationships. Because creative energy is also sexual energy. And you might find yourself in situations where you gave and you gave and you gave, and then now when it comes time for you to need support and you to ask something from the other person, they're nowhere to be seen. And this exploitative dynamic, it's not even always intentional. It's not always conscious. They may not know that they're doing it, but they just like the way that you give so much and you give and you give and you give, but they don't have the capacity to handle or contain your creative energy in the way that it deserves to be honored and regulated and contained again. And so what I've found over the years, the best practice is to create that sense of containment for myself before I go out into the world and interact with people, especially in intimate relationships. And this has also helped me channel my creative life force energy in sustainable ways and bring things to completion and see real momentum building up behind certain projects and get organized, stay organized, be consistent. I've been drawing a portrait every day for the past year, since the beginning of 2026. And I've improved so much. I'm having a lot of fun. The project is starting to gain momentum on social media, and it's great. And it was these structures and routines and containment practices that I'm about to share with you that made something like this possible. That made it possible for me to lose 10 kilograms and 10% body fat over 4 months. Consistently, slow and steady burn, small baby steps actually add up and compound exponentially over time. So let's get into these. The reason why containment serves someone like you so well is because you already have such a strong flow of creative life force energy. What you need is the structure, the containment to channel the energy in a safe and sustainable way so that it just doesn't spool out everywhere and crash out or cause a combustion or end up getting drained or exploited by someone else, or not bringing things to completion and just scattering about everywhere. And so this is the energetic principle behind why containment serves you. And the actual ways to build this containment, to build these channels to safely and sustainably and productively channel your life force energy, they're honestly pretty simple. You've heard of a lot of these already. Things like getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, drinking enough water, getting movement, getting sunlight, getting social interaction, getting hugs, as well as some things that you may or may not have heard about before. Things like rituals and routines, a morning routine, tech boundaries, having your screen time set up, having your do not disturb on so that notifications can't distract your energy and pull your energy away from the channel that your creative life force energy has been flowing in at that particular moment. Screen time blockers to stop doom scrolling, because doom scrolling can definitely be a channel that your creative life force energy can get sucked into. That does not serve you, right? What I'm talking about here in a general sense is structure, the energetic archetypal balance to flow. If you're familiar with yoga, the sthira, the steadiness, the containment that balances out the sukha, which is the grace, the ease, the movement. This is like the yang energy that creates structure and materiality around the ever-flowing yin. This is what you need to consciously create more of, because you already have more than enough life force energy. The Shakti, the chaotic feminine, energetic, creative flow needs that, I forget what it's called. Is it I feel like the opposite of Shakti is Shiva, but then Shiva, in this worldview, it's like a noun. So, the opposite, the masculine, the containment, the structure. So consciously bringing in things like a daily meditation practice, starting and ending your days the exact same way. People in the productivity space often talk about how people with ADHD often benefit from regular routines. This is another perspective aligning with that observation. Your brain being able to do the same series of things, your nervous system getting used to the same sequence of tasks and routines and rituals. This is incredibly regulating and grounding. It's just, we are cyclical beings. We are meant to align with the cycles of the moon, with the cycles of the sun, with the cycles of the planets. We are created to align ourselves to a rhythm that repeats itself, just like the breath. Inhale, exhale. There isn't any crazy acrobatic thing that your breath does in the middle of the inhale and the exhale that is some super special, unique thing. You know what I'm saying? It just inhale, exhale, taking in food, letting out waste. Taking in food, letting out waste. Getting input, creative output. Receiving input, creative output. It's like cycles, aligning yourself with the cycle and creating these boundaries and structures that support the flow and the healthy flow and the sustainable flow and the regular flow of your creative life force energy. Another thing is creating systems for yourself that can support you in capturing those ideas, those downloads as they come through, without needing to carry out all of those ideas to completion right now as soon as you get them. So just having maybe a journal or a notes app folder on your phone, or a note in your notes app where you can write down all of the ideas that come to you without needing to act on them and execute them to completion immediately right at that moment. You are in charge of stewarding this creative life force energy. This creative fire is meant to be tended by you. It is not the boss of you. If you're needing to sleep and you decide that you had set your bedtime to 11 p.m., then don't go on your phone and start researching ideas for this crazy new exciting project that you had at 11:01 p.m. Recognize that you set this boundary, you're containing your life force energy within this system, and respect it and honor it, and your creative life force energy will respond to that. The biggest thing here that I would share with you is a regular practice of meditation. Just creating an intentional, regular container where you commit to being with your breath, being in presence, being with your body, regulating your nervous system, showing your body it's safe. There are no angry tigers here to attack you. I am safe. I am not the buzzing, racing thoughts. I am that which sees the thoughts. Meditation is an excellent way of adding more containment to the flow of your creative life force energy. And it also goes along with energetic hygiene. Things like yoga, qigong, tapping, journaling, all of these introspective practices that allow you to channel your life force energy and contain it and protect it in a way where you know what's going on. You know where the flow is going. You are always on keeping track. You're always tracking where this life force energy is going, and you can regather it, recenter it at any point in time. And this will make things feel a lot more secure, a lot more sense of self-trust, confidence, and sustainability. Riding the ups and the downs and the cycles with ease and grace instead of a hectic roller coaster. So I know that you're wanting to be yourself in the world. I know that you're wanting to be yourself for a living, to get paid to be yourself, to be that version of you who isn't afraid to pop your shit and be seen and be recognized for yourself, for your creative work. And so to help you on this journey, I've created a creative success block quiz that will reveal to you your dominant energy block, the pattern that is most clearly blocking your creative flow to becoming seen, paid, and recognized, and how to shift it. So check out the description for the link to the free quiz. And if this video helped you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm here to help you on your journey, and the least I ask is that you help spread the love. Thank you so much for being here, and may you honor the flow of your creative life force energy.